Alright fellas, so as the title says, we will be soloing TDX Assault Nightmare Mode with only Zed. Well, 90% Zed, with a little bit of help from the Relic Tower as well. Now, I'm pretty sure you've all seen the infamous video of a guy soloing the whole entire event with only helicopters, and you know what? That strat works just fine if you're a new player and you don't really have any event towers and you don't have the Robux to spend on unlocking all the battle passes where the event towers are hiding. However, my problem with the whole helicopter strat is that it requires you to micro for like 3 enemies, and you actually gotta like use your brain a little bit, and that's not fun. We all know that that's not fun. So, because I do have all these different event towers, I'm gonna be using them to their fullest potential, and I'm just low-key gonna slap down a couple Zeds and watch them go to town and not use my brain for even like a split second and win and get my 40 cookies and get the fuck out. But yeah, essentially the whole strategy here is to keep spamming level 4 Zeds until you reach the placement limits, and then you upgrade them to their max level 1 by 1. And it's important that you upgrade them to the max level 1 by 1 because you want to have a constant stream of Zeds flowing out of your base, so that there's always a Zed to catch an enemy that might be leaking. Even though they shouldn't be leaking, but if they are leaking, you always want to have a Zed in order to catch them. Although, to be honest, you didn't even need to stress about that, because I have used this strat a couple of times now, and I upgraded my Zeds in all sorts of different ways, and I never managed to leak. Well, outside of the first wave. Sometimes I play a little bit stupidly, as I have in the run that you're seeing right now, and I leak on the very first wave, but it's only like a small leak. It takes like a couple thousand HP away from my base, which is not a big deal at all. And then after that initial leak, I just never have any more ever again. But yeah, the whole reason that I leaked there on the first wave is because I was low-key a little bit stupid, and I forgot to use the money that you get in this event to upgrade the stats of my tower, of my Zed. And so I ended up leaking a little bit, but if anything, that just really goes to show that no matter how shit you are at the game, you can still win by just spamming Zeds. But yeah, the relics here only come into play on the final wave when the tanks start coming out, because I'm pretty sure that the Zeds cannot solo the final boss and like the million tanks that he shits out, so you're gonna need a couple of relics for that, or at least some kind of DPS. I found relics to be the most brain dead one, where you can just place them down and forget about them, but you know, if you have some other DPS other than the Zeds, you should still be able to beat Wave 3 of the events. Anyways, this is a bit of a side tangent that I'm gonna go on, but I remember when the Zed Tower first released, and I'm pretty sure it released before any Golden Towers and before the XVM machine, and when the game was just really, really bare bones. But I remember it first releasing, and it dealt like 10,000 DPS and had a lot of HP and a really good spawn time. And everyone was like, oh my god, this is so OP! John Roblox is gonna nerf it in like 2 days, everyone run for your lives! And as far as I'm aware, that nerf never happened. Instead, John Roblox just kept releasing towers and harder game modes and better towers like the Relic and the Golden Towers, and the Zed pretty much just got outclassed and power crept over the span of the last few years. And it's a bit of a shame, because the Zed is one of my favorite towers. I really love its design, I really love its stack pattern, I really love its spawn time, I really love everything about it, and it's one of my favorite towers. And it's just pretty sad that it doesn't really have a place in the meta anymore, unless you're playing like one of the core game modes of TDX on like a normal map. So I'm pretty happy that the Zed is kind of OP again, even if it's just for this event, because I was really itching to use it and have it be super effective, like at least one more time, you know. And it finally happens, and it gives me the warm feels in my heart, gang. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, getting back on track with the events, I don't really keep up with TDX all that much. I play the events when they come out, but that's like pretty much it these days. But I did hear that there was a lot of hype around this event, that people are kind of disappointed with how easy it is. Now, for me, it being easy is absolutely fantastic, awesome, amazing news, because, I'm kind of shit at this game, so, if I can have an easy event and just breeze through it and get all my cookies and all my Battle Pass tiers, then I'm happy. But I did hear that a lot of people were kind of upset with this event being a little bit too easy. And I suppose I kind of get the hype and disappointment, because, even though the idea for this event wasn't like the most original thing ever, because it is just man versus machine from TF2, but copy-pasted into a tower defense format, even though the idea isn't that original, I still think that it's pretty unique how John Roblox managed to, transform man versus machine into a tower defense game mode. I think that's pretty cool and pretty awesome and pretty unique for a tower defense game. And, people probably expected this event to be some kind of a huge, awesome, amazing update, because the past few updates that we got in the game, the past few events and all that, weren't really all that special. They were kind of lacking. So people were like, oh, okay, that means John Roblox is like, really saving all of his punches for this part 2 of this winter event, right? It must mean that he's working overtime to make sure that this event, this last part of the event, is really, really awesome and really, really cool. And when it wasn't really, really awesome and really, really cool, people got pretty disappointed. So I kind of get it, even though I'm personally not a part of that crowd. But hey, if you want to look at it from the comical side of things, I suppose you can just say that John Roblox making this event easy was just him staying true to the source material. Cause in TF2, man versus machine is pretty fucking easy. You just need a pyro with gas passer, and you just throw the fucking gas passer on every enemy you see, and that's pretty much it. GG easy. So, you know what? That's my headcanon from now on. John Roblox was just trying to stay true to the source material by making this event so easy. And I guess the equivalent of the gas passer in TDX would be either the helicopter or the Zed, or maybe even the Relic. And there you go. That's my take on this event. All right. But anyways, I think I yapped about everything I wanted to yap about. So. Enjoy the rest of this video, the remaining 1 minute that there is of it, and see you in the next one, fellas. Goodbye.